The AMX or iPad control panel is used to start, stop and control all of the functions of the camera in the green screen recording studios. When you come in and start, it'll be on the welcome screen here asking you to touch to proceed. The first thing that will happen is all of the lights in the space will turn on, and the camera and the TVs. You're first presented with a default range of options. A UniSA logo behind, you can have your presentation behind that you'll load on one of the computers, you can have it as a picture-in-picture, or you can have a plain background for two people on screen. So selecting any one of these, you'll be able to see it change on the main program output. And at this point you could hit OK and go. It'll prompt you that you've put your recording USB into the slot, and it'll also prompt you that you have set up a microphone for recording with. At this point now you can hit record and the recording will start. It'll take a few seconds and you'll know when it's recording because the timestamp down here will start to change. It might not read in exact increments, but it will be recording once those numbers are going up. Even though these systems have a pause button, it's highly recommended not to pause and only to make complete recordings by stopping each time. And that's because sometimes when you use the pause button, the files can corrupt. So only use the stop button to stop recording. You'll see that it's highlighted there. Now at this point it hasn't written the information of your recording to the USB stick yet, so you hit OK and it will tell you that it's writing to the card. And now you're ready to continue again or to shut down. But back on the start screen there are some advanced options as well, so let's have a look at those. If you go into advanced mode, we can control quite a bit more here. The first thing is that this is where we can choose to have a green background if we're going to do the keying out of our presentation later. But there are some other important things that we can use here. Zooming in and out is one of the controls you can use to reframe to fit your subjects in the visible area of the screen. But it also has another important function. You can use it to help manually focus on the subject so that they're in accurate focus. And you do that by zooming all the way in. And then you can use the plus and minus buttons to slightly change the focus until you see that it is in focus. Once you can see that zoomed in it is in focus, it will stay in focus now when we zoom back out. This is quite often better to use than the autofocus because if you move around in the frame or leave the frame and come back, the autofocus can change and it might no longer be in accurate focus. And then of course you can change the camera position up and down or side to side with these buttons as well, or reset if you want to start over. From this advanced screen, when we hit OK, it does go back to those default options, but it has remembered the settings that you will have set, and so you can now hit OK to go to the prompts for making sure you are ready to record.